Good afternoon. How's everyone doing on this beautiful sunny day? It's Monday, but every day is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We don't know where we are. So I am Lisa Filter with This Magic Moment Bridal Studio, and on with these cameras backwards, far end is Michelle Rathmel, my business partner. And in the middle, we have the absolutely amazing and beautiful Julie Shields with House of Color here today. Thank you, Julie, for joining us. We are
Hey, ladies.
So excited to have you. And I know people have been waiting to hear you talk because I know we always go into, Julie's going to talk a little bit about colors and clothing. And, you know, are there those days where you try on like 18 outfits and you can't find anything you like? And you look in your huge closet and say, I have nothing to wear. And some of them even have tags on. I'm guilty.
That's it.
I know.
Yeah, I know which way.
Yeah, well, both of you.
So Julie, tell everybody that about who you are, because you're such an amazing woman and your passion for fashion and for women. You really do so much in this community. Share with us.
Thank you. It's so lovely to see you, ladies. I miss you like ridiculously. You're like 7 minutes up the street and you may as well be 7,000 miles away.
I know.
8 weeks, star crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I live on the north side of Pittsburgh, but I was originally born and bred in Scotland. So I am of Scottish descent, although a lot of people I meet in Pittsburgh are like, oh, I'm Scottish. I'm like, okay. So I've been in Pittsburgh for 13 years.
Ooh.
This month. 13, lucky 13. Yeah, it's gone like that. And I have 2 kids, Evan, who's 13 going on 45. He's my old man. And then Charlie Grace, who's 9 going on 19. She's going to be 10 in August. I just can't wrap my head around it. So far, they have survived quarantine together. I think it's actually quite nice that they have each other, even though they would never admit that.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm divorced from their dad, so we flip-flop between there, but it's a really good kind of family dynamic. So yeah, so it's all good. House of Color is my business. Color is my business. I love it. I had my colors analyzed back in London when I lived there before Pittsburgh, and just loved the whole process of it. And when I first started it, it was kind of, it's fashion and color and accessories and lipstick and all that good stuff. But once I really kind of started into it on my own from a business point of view, it's really evolved into something even bigger and better, if you like. So
yeah. And it's so important for us. And most of us don't, I didn't know how important it was until I met you years ago in a networking group, thank goodness. So let's share why colors are so important and why someone would want a color analysis and what it does for your life.
Well, as humans, the first thing we see is color. So if you go back to kind of, caveman antics, red is danger, green is food. So we have all this color around us from a very early age, and your DNA kind of attracts you to certain tones and colors and distracts you from others. And so like even something simple as a traffic light, red, yellow, and green. So red is danger, red is alert, red is, I'm going to be a little bit careful here, or I'm attracted to it, but maybe not for the right reasons. Amber and orange is a little bit softer. And then the green is like, the grass is greener on the other side, or it's, cows in a field and all that good stuff. So even right now, when we're in quarantine, when you get up in the morning and this damn sun is shining, you're like, okay, I got it. Today, I'm good. I can handle this. I can be outside. I can run my dogs. I can do everything outside, and just that bright blue sky and that awesome feeling of the warm sun. You're like, okay, I got it today. Whereas you wake up some days and it's like Scotland and it's raining and it's drizzly. And it's gray. Well, they're very much aligned. Like, I feel very much at home here some days. So yeah, it affects your mood. It affects how you interact with people. Again, the first thing we see when we interact with anybody is color. And so, you know, so far there's not been a law introduced that said we can't walk around naked. So the only alternative is to wear clothes. And so when you're picking clothes, you want to pick them so that they, you know, get people to lean in towards you, so that you stand out when you walk into a room. Women especially need to be very aware of visible v invisible. You know, we've all been in situations where we've walked into a room with somebody and that person stands out, and that person is immediately approached by people, or she immediately spots people and goes off into the kind of the room, and then the other person standing there feeling like, you know, it's like sometimes when you get a new puppy or you have a new baby and it's like, oh my God, look at the puppy. And you're like, hello, I'm here. It's exactly the same thing. Women worry about, you know, all the lumps and bumps they have, but we don't immediately, that's not the first impression. And so once we can get people out of that mindset and really concentrating on the true mindset, which is color and style, your colors, your style, then I love it, because it's like people have like these aha moments, even when they're sitting in the chair, when they're going through the process, and they're like, do that again. Just one more time. Just do that.
Yeah.
Again.
So how do you analyze their colors? Like,
so it's the thing I loved about it when I first did it was that at the time I had, you remember Demi Moore had that great haircut in Ghost.
oh yeah,
Like
everyone had to have
the
it.
bob cut. I had that haircut, and I had my hair like longish like this, and then I went immediately up to this short haircut. And so but I'd also been in America on vacation, and I had a hairstylist here, and she dyed it strawberry blonde. And I mean, it was like an orangey color. And I just thought I was the bee's knees. So off I go back to the UK and my girlfriend had just started her franchise business, and she said, come on, I want to figure you out. And she said she saw me walking down the street towards her studio, and I walked in the door, and as only a very good friend could say, she turned around and said, what the hell did you do to your hair? It's like, it's strawberry blonde. Like, what do you? I don't know what you mean. And so she sat me in the chair, and she put this headband on, made me look like a pilgrim or a nun, whatever way you want to go with that, and a white smock. We do it in natural daylight, so that's why the studio is such a perfect place, because we have all that amazing light in the studio, the bridal studio. And then I asked my ladies to come without makeup on. What we're actually analyzing is the undertone of your skin. So there's a layer of fatty tissue that has cells attached to it that sit underneath your facial skin. And the cells are either tinted with warm yellow cells or cool blue cells. And all that means is that 25% of the world's colors will sit better on you than the other 75%. And it either means you work better in warm, muted, splashy colors, or you work better in cool, you know, icy, softer tones. So there's 4 seasons: summer, spring, winter, fall. Spring and autumn are our warm seasons. So they get all the olive greens and the oranges and the turquoises. And then on the flip side, summers and winters get, you know, pretty lavenders, raspberry reds, burgundies. Winter gets a lot of brights, you know, like what we call the kind of jewel tones, if you like. So the process is threefold. Let's figure out if you're warm or cool first. Use the drapes. You start to see the drapes appear, and I'll post pictures after we do this video, so you can see some fun before and afters.
Yeah, they're the before and after. You don't even realize what a difference it makes. And when I had mine done, when you were doing the color swatches, I swear, when I had the wrong colors on, my face looked jaundiced. Like, it was disgusting looking. And then you flipped to just a slight different tone, and it got bright and normal looking. And I was like, huh. And of course, I had none of those colors in my closet. I was like, oh, I'm in trouble.
People do go into panic mode. I think one of my favorite shows of all time was What Not to Wear with Stacey and Clinton. And, you know, it is a little bit of a feeling of that panic. Like, she's going to tell me I can't wear black. She's going to tell me I can't do this. And it's like, the first thing I usually say to people is, okay, what's the largest percent of color in your closet? And I think 9 out of 10 women will say black.
Yep.
And I'll be like, well, I haven't brought black. I know, guilty as charged. I said, when I say to them, there's nothing black in my wardrobe, and I haven't bought black in over 20 years. There's a general like, how do you survive? Like, what do you wear? And I say to them, black is just a little bit too stark for me. It's just almost too cool for me. And when I wear black, it means that it really, like, it's very harsh against my face. So it shows off all the laughter lines, not wrinkles, laughter lines, all my laughter wrinkle lines. It gives me like jowls around my face. It gives me dark circles under my eyes. Why would I put myself through that?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know about you ladies, but I'm not getting any younger. I need all the help I can get.
Well, and
So
when
if
you
you're
wear
telling
your
me-
colors, you will be confident and people will notice you, like you said. And when you know the colors, you don't need the rest of them because you feel good in them. You look good in them and you'll get compliments. When you start getting compliments, why would you go somewhere else?
I know we've been able to watch the girls come down from the loft up at the top of the studio. When they go up, they're all like, hi. They come down, they're like, I got to go shopping right now. I'm leaving out of here. I feel so good. That was amazing. So we've seen the go up and the come down with those girls.
That's
and
a neat way to do it. Yeah, that's a video in the making.
And just a little bit of lipstick, the right lipstick, huge difference. I mean, who would ever guess? Like, there's 50 billion shades. You don't know which one to pick. But when you know your colors, you can get them fast and easy, and you know which ones you want.
Well, and it just makes, the average woman spends something crazy like 17 minutes a day standing in front of her closet trying to figure out what the hell to wear. And so one of my projects in quarantine was to build out a closet system in my bedroom and really see what I had all in one place. And I have about 40 or so things hanging on my new closet. I can make over 400 outfits from those things because everything I have is flexible with everything else I have. So every jacket goes with every top, goes with every pair of jeans, goes with every dress. So I'm not standing in front of a closet of kind of strangers. Everybody knows each other. Everybody compliments each other. Everybody knows where their position is. So I can stand and go, oh, like, what am I going to wear today? I'm so excited. I could, and it's not dress up. So this is about clothes. Fashions and trends come and go. You see that in the bridal store every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some things come in and they stand the test of time, and they maybe get upgrades and slight modernizations, but the actual style of the dress stays the same. And then other things come and go, whether it's the cold shoulder, or it's the party in the back, or it's the length, or it's the colors. But the real style ones stand the test of time forever. And so it's exactly the same with the clothes in your closet. This is not about dress up. This is about making sure that you have clothes in your closet that fit your lifestyle so that you can get out there and do the fun stuff. Like, 17 minutes a day on an average lifetime is something ridiculous, like 3 or 4 months. So for 3 months of your life, you're trying to figure out what to wear. Like, it's a really long vacation for mothers like us.
I know, we don't have that time at all. Nobody does anymore. We got too many fun things to do.
Yeah. So that's really the essence of it for me, is really empowering men and women, because I have male clients too that want this information. Once you have the information, the color information never changes. So whatever season you're given is your season for life. The colors you wear within the season might change. As we age, we need brighter, lighter colors just to give us that free kind of facelift, if you like. Like you said, it transpires to everything. It goes down to hair color, accessories, makeup, shoes, belts, bags. Once you start to build that, capsule, then if you're walking through Target and you see a fun, like, piece of costume jewelry or a fun t-shirt, you can be like, oh, I'm having that. That fits in with my whole thing, and it's inexpensive and it's not an investment piece, but it'll look great this summer, and and off you go. So, but it's not dress up, it's dress for the life that you live so that you can get on with living that life.
And dress with the inner personality inside of you. Tell them what your personality is on your dress, because I always love what you wear, but I know I couldn't pull it off. I just don't feel it in me. I wish I did.
So, excuse me, my clothing. So everybody has what we call a clothing personality. And my clothing personality is a mixture of Audrey Hepburn meets Cher.
I know.
So yeah,
I love it.
Figure that out. Some days I'm a little bit more Audrey. Some days Cher comes to play.
Yeah. So everyone needs to go to your Facebook page and especially your Facebook page and just see Julie's different outfits. She looks spectacular in them all because they're blending with her personality, her color, and even the styles, whether it's, some look better with V-necks, some look better with tops that come across. She's always showing me how to tuck. What's the French tuck, I think it's called?
Le French tuck.
Yeah.
We haven't started binging on that yet. There's 6 seasons. Go at it. Awesome.
I know. So all these things on how to wear, just how to slightly wear them a little bit different and a little bit of cuts make a huge difference in your world and make it so much better for you.
Well, your clothing personality is the mixture of your body's architecture, so your geometrics, your frame, your skeleton, if you like, and then your personality. So you can look at somebody, like you can look at me and go, wow, love it. Not on this body, not feeling it for you. Love that you can do it. How do we then translate it to you? And so part of my clothing personality is dramatic. I have to have the statement necklace, the big glasses, the bright lipstick. If I strip it all away, it starts to look too boring. And then I become invisible. But there's also a limit to how dramatic I can go. So in certain circumstances, if I'm doing like one-on-ones, then it's almost like I'm just kind of toning it down a little bit, not to be too distracting. But if I'm standing on a stage giving a keynote with 300 women in the room, I want them to see me. So I want give me all the pieces. Like I want it to be a statement so that they can see me up there, like doing my thing kind of thing.
Right.
So.
That's because that's you. And I know you work so closely when you're with these women and men, really getting to know them, getting to learn about them, and really honing in on so that it's not intimidating at all. It's like, hey, let's just talk. Let's work through this together. And it can be fun, a lot of fun. So
the only thing I feel like we need now in the bridal studio is a therapist. And I know there's therapy people at the back there, and I'm like, I may have to go and talk to these people. Like, that would be a really good,
I know we get to know that in a hairdresser. You spill your guts, and you're like, oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah, get Dan in.
Thanks for listening. I did all the talking, and
Dan said, I could come run some appointments on a Sunday. I was like, really? Wouldn't that be fabulous?
Oh my goodness, I love him.
I know.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. So give us, I know you have a couple tips you've shared before, about your closet. So I know we're in quarantine right now, and people, especially the first couple of weeks when we thought it wouldn't last as long as it did, but people like me who maybe didn't get to it because I was like,
next week,
some tips on how to clean out that closet right now as they're starting to bag things up and getting ready to move things around. I know these yard sale Facebook groups have been outrageously inundated with clothing and different items from people's homes. So give us a few tips.
I hope all the charity shops and the consignment stores are ready, because once they get the green light, it's going to be chaos.
It is.
It's going to be crazy. Bargain hunters unite.
Yeah. So again, going back to your closet has to work for the life you live. So we're not always at black tie galas. We're not always, out on all these date nights and nights with I love it when people are like, well, do you have an outfit for nights out with the girls? And I'm like, how many nights out with the girls do you have? Because I'm struggling right now to it's as if we have one like every week. And
our young brides will have
do that.
Yeah.
Good on you. But I never once
our young brides will have those.
Right.
They get to have more fun.
So think about the clothes that you actually need for the lifestyle you have. There's always parts of our closet that we love to buy more than others. So it's either the super casual or the super dressed up. So you have to start thinking about this middle. There's usually a gap in the middle where there's not enough flexibility to work with other sides. Generally, women wear 20% of their clothes 80% of the time. So you've got a closet full of clothes and you're wearing this much, but you're wearing them all the time. And so you're just regurgitating, and then this little 20% doesn't get worn at all. The next thing to think about is, let's talk about the quarantine 15. Everybody's putting on 15 pounds during quarantine. I don't know about you, but I don't want to pull something out of my closet and struggle to get it past my hips and then take them off and throw them back in my closet for pain 2 days later. And so take this time to go into your closet. And even if it's only like 5 or 10 minutes every day, pull like 5 or 6 pieces out your closet and physically try them on your body and give them almost like a 1 out of 10. So everything in your closet should make you feel like an 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. Nothing less than that. You've spent time working away from your family and friends, earning some cash to buy these clothes. They should make you feel like an 8 out of 10. I don't care if it's workout gear or it's date night with the girls or it is that wedding dress or that dress for a wedding. Everything, no matter what it is, should make you feel that way. Anything less takes too much effort. And then think about the sizes. If you are a person that fluctuates in size, then in your main closet, keep the clothes that fit you now. So take everything else out. You don't have to get rid of it. Find a box, put it under your bed, put it in another closet somewhere if you have the space, but get it out of your physical viewpoint, because what you're doing is you're pretending that you have a closet full of clothes that you can wear. And actually, depending on the style and, the fit of things, maybe you're only able to wear half of it. So get the other half out and then leave it in a box and see if you actually go looking for it. Because half the time what happens is it's out of sight, out of mind. You forget you have it. You don't miss it. It doesn't fit anyway. And then you really work with what you have in your closet. And that's when you start to build a capsule.
That's so wonderful, because there's nothing more heartbreaking than trying on one pair of pants after another or a shirt after another, and it's just too tight and it doesn't fit. And before you know it, you have this big stack this high up and you're ready to cry and nothing's working. And now you're 15 minutes late because you've tried it all on and you're just standing there like, what the heck? But there's something in there that fits. You just can't find it now. It's a mess.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you
take it out, it's at 80%.
If you take it out and you clear it, then you know, it's the biggest job. Sometimes, it's like the eat the frog scenario. It's such a big job and I don't have the time, and then I'm going to have to buy all new stuff. And the other thing that I've been kind of working on with some clients and groups as well is this whole business of like pre-loved and recycling your clothes. And so I was kind of starting to think about having a clothes swap in the store for all these clients that have come through and maybe have great clothes, but they're not in their colors or they're not in their styles, but they lose money when they consign them and they're not ready to kind of give them away. So a couple of times I've done like big clothes swaps where everybody gets to drop off their clothes. I then arrange them by season so that when you come to shop, you're only allowed to shop in the season of your clothes if you like.
That's huge.
That sounds wonderful.
Fun. I did research for a presentation I gave, I think it was January this year. Goodwill in California spend $6 million a year putting fabrics and clothing in the landfill.
Wow.
$6 million of unrecyclable clothes going in a landfill.
Wow.
So when you think about those numbers, it really is an opportunity for us to, when we think about being stuck in this quarantine and how we're seeing dolphins in Venice and Delhi is now like the brightest, lightest city in the world. And, you know, California is not having as much smog because we're not out there polluting. It's exactly the same with your clothes. You know, if you go into Le Target and you buy an $8 t-shirt, well, that $8, you know, it has to trickle down the line somewhere. And someone somewhere is getting ripped off and earning 50 cents a day to make you that $8 t-shirt. So it really becomes, I think, a responsibility as well. Like, that's the biggest thing for women, you know, with clothes in their closet. I spent a lot of money on that and I never wore it. And now she's going to make me get rid of it. And I don't know what to do, you know? So,
you were attached to it that one moment, but you can get something else even better. Yeah. Oh, no. I think we're going to have to do a big clothes swap when we open.
It'll be fun.
This is great. Real fun. We can do it outside. Heck, we're
it's in the car park. We don't care.
Oh my gosh. So that just kind of leads into the next thing I wanted to let all these beautiful people who are watching today know is that you know, you find out your colors, you find out what color makeups to wear, you find out the shapes and the kind of the styles to wear for your clothes, but then you go to the store and you're like, overwhelmed. And if you're like me, I'm a mannequin shopper. If it's not on the mannequin, I'm not getting it, whether it's my colors or not. I can't.
I shopped with you. Remember we went shopping with you?
Oh, yeah. I'm
we had brunch together. And I could tell, I was like, this is not a good idea. She is not a performance shopper. Like, so there's performance shoppers and non-performance shoppers. Performance shoppers come out of the changing room and are like, look at me. And then there's Lisa, who's like, I don't.
No, and if it's a long line of clothes, I can't find what I need in there. It needs to be on a small rack. All together. I'm so bad. But Julie will shop with you. And it's so great because I just stood there. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know. I know these are my colors, but I'm like, like I can't put one shirt together with a pair of pants on the other side of the room and blah, blah, blah. So Julie can take you shopping and relieve all of the stress and make it fun and easy and not overwhelming and in a timely manner.
Yes. It's all about time. Who has time? Like,
I know. And who doesn't like to go girlfriend shopping together, especially when you're finding things that actually fit you and look good on you and make shopping much more fun. Because I can't tell you how much sweat you have when you go shopping and you try on a million things and nothing fits.
Blood and tears.
And nothing looks good. And you're in the dressing room like ready to cry. And you're like...
Lisa and I accessory shop well together. That's kind of our shopping we like to do. We're like, ooh,
that.
I can accessory shop. Yeah, that I can do.
Yeah, accessories are my are my weak point. We all have a weak point, and I tend to find something and hold on to it for dear life. And then I have a girl, Renee, that does jewelry. And she actually texted me one day and she's like, please come and get another piece of jewelry. Like, I'm bored of that. And I'm like, okay, sorry. I love it. She's like, yeah,
it's like my maroon sweater. So for anyone who doesn't know, I've had this sweater forever because when I had my colors done, it's one of my colors. I found it. I get compliments on it all the time. So I wore the heck out of it. And poor little Stephanie, who worked with us, thought that was the only sweater I had and was going to buy me one for Christmas. Or Grace, I mean.
Her daughter, yeah.
She has one. I'm like, but it looks good on me.
Oh my goodness. I think
I was 5% of my closet that I can wear.
I think that day I was particularly just blunt and said, you're not allowed to wear that anymore. Just so you know. Like, sorry. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done.
It's a good thing. It's actually the right color, but not the right style for me either. So
well, and the big thing to think about shopping is, and I get this all the time because you come and have your colors done and you're super excited and you want to buy all the things in all your colors. But what I'll always say to them is, you know, somebody will send me a text and say, oh, I need something in sea green. And I'm like, okay, well, I can just type clothing in sea green into Google and we'll see what happens. Or you can go back and do a little bit of your homework. What do you actually need? Like, do you need a great summer t-shirt? Do you need a pair of shorts? Do you need a maxi dress? Like, you got to be able to narrow it down. Otherwise, you're walking into this store and they've got you. Because if they put an outfit together on a mannequin, Lisa's like, "Oh, I'm in. Just give me the whole thing. Like, give me the whole. I'll take it all. Just give me the mannequin too. Then I can put it on and I'll remember how to.
It's better on the mannequin. I'll just keep it there."
So yes, you have to narrow it down a little bit. It's not enough to say I need blah. Like, let's be a little bit specific. The fun thing is that when I go through a store now, if I'm in TJ Maxx or Marshalls or one of those stores, I'm only going through and I'm only looking for color first. So if it doesn't hit the color test, it's not even coming out for a look. And then once it hits the color test, it's coming out for a look. Okay, what is it? What's the fabric? What's the, how do I
the silhouette,
take care of it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What's the silhouette? Is it too baggy? Is it fitted? Is it, is the neckline good for me? Like, necklines are defined by your face shape. So I know there's certain necklines that won't look great with this face shape, but I know what they are. And I know I can cheat by adding a little bit of jewelry to it. So yeah, so there's lots of things to discover on a shopping trip. But when I take people shopping, I won't take them without a list, because it's just not worth it. You're investing time and money with me, and I want to make sure you get good bang for your buck. So let's go with a little bit more purpose.
And then we can start doing it on our own. And you're always accessible.
Exactly.
Give me a picture. I'll take a look at it.
Oh yeah. My clients have me on speed dial, and if they're out shopping, generally if you send me a picture and say, "What do you think?" I'll be like, "Uh-oh, here we go. Bad cop time."
Yeah.
Because if you're sending me a picture and you're going, "Look what I found, and look at the fit and look at the color, I'm so excited, thank you," and I'm like, "That's amazing." But if you send me a text that says, "Well, I'm not sure, like, what do you think?" And and I'm like, "No."
Even if it is your colors and your style, if you're not loving it, get it.
You have to wear it and you have to love it. That's the number one rule. Put it on and love it and feel like $1 million in it and want to wear it every day. Like, that's the money spot, if you like.
Right. So, Julie, there were so many good things. We could talk forever. Have so much fun. But for everybody watching, if this is really sounding and hitting home to you. Right now, we can't do color analysis. Julie can't because of the quarantine, but that will come back soon. So if you want to do it by yourself, or you want to get together with your mom or your daughter or a couple of your girlfriends, give her a call, get on her calendar, because I do believe by June or July, we better be up and running. You can always get Mother's Day is coming up. Gift cards. Julie does gift cards. So if you need a gift card to give to your mom, it's a great present to your sister who just needs to be loved on, your best friend who's just having a hard time because we're stuck inside with our children trying to homeschool them. Gift cards are available, and that gives some excitement and gives us to, when we have something good to look forward to, life is always so good. And then I know you've been doing some style techniques that you can do virtually. Our
style classes are virtual style is now a thing, and I think it's something I'm going to keep in my repertoire even after we're allowed, because it's been phenomenal. It's just been so amazing to interact one-on-one and really focus with people. And so we split them as much as anybody wants. So if you have young kids at home and you need to do like 3 sessions of 2 hours each, or a Monday session every Monday for a couple of weeks, I can really split it however you want it. And so those have been. So
we don't even have to wait. We can still celebrate. Yeah. We can still have fun. We might not be able to figure out exactly what our colors are, because you do need to be in person and have the swatches and see the color tones on your own skin tones. But there's still a lot that you can do now within our closet, and starting to figure out some styles and discovering and once you discover some things and you start putting them on, you're like, oh, I do look good. Look at me. That's like my.
We need to come out of this quarantine with confidence, for sure.
Yeah, I look good.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, if you, as we were talking before, like, I think if you're ready, if you're in the group that's ready when this, starts to get a little bit easier, there's so many positive ways that you can be working right now, and self-care is for me huge, and this is self-care. It really is. It's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love what I do, but you know, for me, the most amazing thing about what I do is that, you know, women will send me messages and refer me to their friends and say, like, you changed my life. Like, I thought that this was the way things were destined to be, and it's like you flipped a switch, and I don't ever have to go back to being that, you know, frumpy mom or feeling worthless or, you know, not good enough. So
Right.
yeah,
It's huge. It's
makes
huge.
my heart
So
happy.
we will post your Facebook and your website page below the this video. So if anyone needs a direct link, they can click on it right away. I know Julie's going to end up posting a couple cool pictures. You just got to go look at her Facebook page. The photos in there and the before and the afters are incredible. And there's just some great confidence sayings in there and quotes and other things. And we're going to actually have the amazing Julie on next week too to talk about another business that she does for guys. So stay tuned. It's she's with Jay Hilburn, and it's custom men's suit. And she's worked with quite a few of our brides, our grooms, and able to just get them feeling confident and comfortable in their own skins. Because trust me, guys want to look good too.
Oh. Guys are as picky, if not sometimes more than women.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit easier to deal with sometimes.
So we have something for our men out there. So next week, stay tuned for, we're not sure exactly the date and time, but it will be next week. So stay tuned, and we'll bring some fun, exciting things and some, gorgeous pictures too that you have in your men's suits are just they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And when you get to feel the fabrics eventually, it's unbelievable. So Julie, thank you for joining us. We had so much fun together.
Oh, it was so nice catching up again and talking.
I know anyone needs any questions, reach out to Julie individually, reach out to us. We are here for you for color, for bridal, for life in general, moms, non-moms, whatever it is.
Sorry, moms.
We're here for moms. We're here for you. We love you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.